Hi all, Xronos here, and since making my BFA gold making video, some viewers expressed interest in farming the ghost ore in order to make sky golems. So in this video, I'll go through my two routes for farming. The reason why I start from this area in the Dread Waste is because this is the spawning location of the Zandalari Warbringer, who drops Pandaria Reputation, materials in the shape of ore and herbs, and has a chance to drop one of the 3 mounts. The add-ons that I would recommend you using for this is Gathermate, since it marks all the nodes you have farmed and you can create a pattern, and then you can follow that pattern in that route. And the other add-on that I would suggest having is NPC Scan. You can track all the rares that all drop materials, and especially the Warbringer who drops the mounts. The reason why I farm in Dread Waste is because of the chance of finding Trillium nodes. On average, each run should yield 1 to 2 Trillium nodes and should take around 15 minutes to do. You will also find Kiparite nodes, which can be used for creating weapons and armor, but I use them to make the depleted Kiparium rocket. In order to make this mount, you'll have to have Goblin Engineering specialization and 60,000 gold to buy the 3 orbs or mysteries it requires. The rest of the mats are all farmable. Farming ore is great also for leveling out. It's easy XP, and if you can fly in the area, it's a no-brainer. What I normally do with my outs when they hit level 80 is I go straight to Pandaria, pick up mining and herbalism, and I start farming to level up. I was actually quite lucky while making this video because I found a Zandalari scout and a Warbringer. The scouts have a random spawn timer, which is irrelevant to the Warbringer's spawn timer. Apparently, based on the forums, the Warbringer has a 40-minute spawn timer, and you can find groups who camp for them since they spawn in specific locations across Pandaria. That's the first route done, and this is the second one, which is a much shorter and is mainly aimed for finding a Warbringer than focusing on the ore. This one starts from the spawn location of the Warbringer in the Dread Wastes and finishes at the other spawn location in Tolong Steeps. Again, I was lucky and found a scout who was very generous. So those are the two routes I use. If I'm doing the second route, I will park my character at the spawn location and then fly across to each location. Regardless of which route you do use, I would strongly recommend parking your character where the Warbringer spawns. Chances are that you're going to log in and you're going to have him waiting for you. Finally, with regards to what times to farm, I would suggest first thing in the morning or at lunchtime at weekdays. Other times can get busy, especially in weekends. And be very careful if you got war mode on for extra XP. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.